In this video, I will be sharing my story in the shortest way possible of how I escaped a murder-suicide situation at the age of 9. Also, I'll be giving you all some insights and information about our upcoming giveaways that you can participate in. And the next video in this series, 30 Times Victorious Faith Journey, will be shared as well closer to the end of this video. So here's a summary or a synopsis of what happened. So I grew up, all my life up to this very point, I grew up in 3 types of families. I grew up in a nuclear family, as some of you all know, with my father, mother, and one of my siblings at least. And then I grew up in a single parent family, sometimes my mother alone. And then I've also grown up in an extended family with grandparents, aunties, uncles, cousins, and stuff. So throughout my life, I've lived in those various forms of families. Now, in 2006 in particular, while I was living in one of these types of families, a strange thing started to happen at home. So to make this story as short as possible, one night when I was actually 9 years old, similarly to the event that I mentioned in the previous video where we were taken far away from home, I was 9 as well. So these 2 events occurred when I was 9, and I remember them really vividly. And my sister and I went to sleep as normal because we used to share a bed, right? And the next morning, we woke up in another family member's bed without knowing how we got there. So it's like you want to sleep in your bed. When you woke up next morning, you find something in our bed, you're like, what's going on here? I can't reach it. Did I sleepwalk or something? Right? But it wasn't a case of sleepwalking, and it's both of us. So even if one of us is sleepwalking, it can't be both of us sleepwalking, right? And after consulting or speaking with another family member, we were told how we arrived on another bed. And of course, I was really scared. I was like, imagine I could have probably got to my death that night, like get killed or stabbed or chopped or something in my sleep. And now people might say, well, Misha, that's a family. Family, and it's our kind of family. Just say, even the Bible say, sometimes the worst enemies of your own household. So after that night, I felt so unsafe. That same day, we had like a church outing. I told one of my other family members that I used to live with before about it. And I was like, I don't want to stay there anymore because I don't know what's going to happen next, right? So that family member allowed us to come back to live at their location. We left that same evening, and then within a couple of days after we left, we were informed by neighbors that the same family member who moved us from one bed to the other was behaving out of their mind, literally was walking around the yard with a cutlass, threatening to chop, I don't know who. And then the person eventually had, unfortunately, a nervous breakdown. So there is a high possibility that person could have killed us and maybe themselves. I don't know, or probably kill us alone because, as I said, there were things that were happening before. But to make a long story short, I just give you all the story from when we went from one bed to another, right? So, I mean, once again, there's a lot to give God thanks for because that could have been the end of my life, and then a lot of people would have never known that I existed. So God is good all the time, every time. And you all don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, share so that you don't miss the next video in this series. The next video will be called Surviving a Near Rape, Kidnapping, and Attack at Age 17. And I'm sorry to say, Michelle, what all these stories, like what? Are these things real? They are exactly real as you see me right here. I'm not gonna come out here and make up stories. I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that at all. Right. So again, you all would be seeing a short clip of the giveaways that the items that we are giving away that you all can participate in.
Win big at the ES celebration, music, giveaways, and an unforgettable night. Register now for your chance to win one of these exciting prizes. One person will win TT $1,500 cell phone voucher. Another person will win a TT $500 grocery hamper. A third person will win a stylish 3-piece women's clothing set. One person will win a newborn baby hamper. And TT $200 cash.